My name's Tanayo Becca. I'm 25. I graduated from Neshaminy in 2011.
I'm Chris. I went to Neshaminy. I graduated in 2012.
It started young, actually, around 13, 14, experimenting, smoking on the weekends, drinking on the weekends, and it progressed to like every single weekend.
I have a stutter, so bear with me. I'm born and raised around here. I grew up in Levittown. I had a great life. My mom gave me the world.
So it started off maybe here and there, and then it was every weekend, and then eventually, years later, it progressed to becoming a daily thing.
Kind of just wanted to be like the cool kid, and I always tried to one-up all my friends. So if they wanted to drink, I would want to drink and smoke.
So it took me about 3 years of active addiction before I realized that recovery is what I needed in my life.
By the time I was 16, I was a full-blown opiate addict.
I lost a lot. I lost family, I lost friends, I lost relationships, I lost myself, my pride, who I am as a person.
I lost most of my friends. I lost my mom, my dad, the roof over my head.
If it wasn't for my family, my friends, and the local community of people in recovery, I wouldn't be here.
I have 3 years and 10 months off of drugs and alcohol.
I will have 3 years sober in 3 months. I have one son and one on the way. I'm engaged. I have a relationship with my family. They don't lose sleep over me anymore.
I work a full-time job. I have a fiance. I have a kid, and I have one on the way.
I am here to help others so they can learn from my experiences and hope that they don't go down the same path, or if they do, teachers and people in the Neshaminy School District will know how to handle it and kind of what are some warning signs or points that they would catch on to and realize, like, hey, this might become a problem.
Why should middle school parents care from my experience?
Because that's the age that we're trying to find ourselves, and we're easily led down the wrong path.
Those stories you just heard are powerful, but unfortunately they are increasingly common here in Bucks County as well as across our country.
Until recently, most people thought of heroin and opiate addiction as a city or rural problem, and maybe something only affecting older teens or adults. But this has been shown to affect youth of all ages, and this epidemic is like nothing we've ever seen. These substances are a lot more powerful than previous generations were exposed to, and the epidemic is growing.
It affects every neighborhood, our neighborhoods, and crosses all lines of income, family situation, ethnic background, and age. While it is true that young adults have the highest risk of addiction, we have seen victims in every age group, including the middle-aged, senior citizens, and yes, even kids as young as 11 and 12.
And even if your kids are fortunate enough to be substance abuse free, there's a decent chance that they know about somebody in their school, their neighborhood, or even in their family who is struggling with the disease of addiction.
That is why we are here today. As a part of the Stand Up Neshaminy Coalition, the sad reality is that at some point, your kids will probably be challenged to try an illegal drug, alcohol, or gateway substance such as vapes and tobacco. These challenges will come from friends, classmates, or even family members.
While our schools teach kids how to resist these temptations, the biggest influences in their decisions is you, the parents, grandparents, and other trusted relatives. The conversations you have with your children, or fail to have, can be the difference between a good choice or a bad one. That could one day be the difference between life or death.
No age is too young to start having conversations about alcohol and drugs, but the ages of 11 to 14 are particularly important as your children may be starting to feel stress and peer challenges that can lead to substance abuse. The good news is that at that age, they are also still willing to ask you questions and are generally more open about their experiences and feelings.
So how do you start these conversations, and what should you talk about? No kid or parent looks forward to formal sit-down lectures. Instead, look for natural opportunities for conversations, such as car rides, family meals, or even watching TV together.
Make sure they know that they can always come to you with questions or problems, no matter how uncomfortable it might be for either of you at first. They also need to know that if they or one of their friends is in trouble, or they find themselves somewhere where drugs are being used, they can reach out to you for help, not punishment.
It is important to be part of their lives even as they begin asserting their independence. Get to know their friends and the families of their friends. Exchange information with other parents. Find out what is happening in your neighborhood and schools. Limit screen time and encourage them to pursue their passions such as sports, art, creative writing, or family travel.
Be aware of the signs of substance abuse. While some behavior changes are expected and normal at this age, you should be concerned if your child displays unusual mood swings, withdrawal, excessive sleeping or drowsiness, a high rate of absenteeism, a sudden drop in grades, or a lack of interest in activities they previously enjoyed.
Other warning signs include the sudden appearance of new friends with questionable values, unexplained sources of money, and unusual odors in their bedroom that could indicate use of vapes, tobacco, marijuana, or even air fresheners used to mask those substances. If you have any reason to suspect these things, don't be shy about approaching your child with your concerns or even searching their bedroom thoroughly. Even if you are wrong, you can use that as an opportunity to explain why this is so important and maybe find out about something else that needs to be addressed.
You need to educate yourself. An understanding of the current trends in substance abuse and the gateways that can lead children into addiction is vital to recognizing risk factors and keeping your kids healthy, strong, and safe. The Stand Up Neshaminy website, www.standupneshaminy.org, is a great place to start. There, you can find links to important websites, information videos featuring local experts, and a frequently asked questions page.
Where can you turn for help if you suspect your child is at risk? Start with the counselors at your child's school. They are available to answer your questions and can set up a support team to identify problems and direct you to resources in the school, such as the Student Assistant Program and other resources in the community.
Seeking help for the first time can feel overwhelming. Thankfully, Bucks County is home to many government agencies, community groups, and rehabilitation facilities that are ready to provide information, resources, and help. The Stand Up Neshaminy website has a list of links and contact information for these groups, and we encourage you to explore this site, visit the links, and familiarize yourself with some of these resources.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this important video. The Stand Up Neshaminy Coalition includes a wide cross-section of educators, public health professionals, rehabilitation specialists, law enforcement, and others dedicated to fighting the stigma of addiction, providing help to those that need it, and supporting efforts to give our kids the support they need to grow up healthy, safe, and strong.